Okay, it's Barb and Gabby again. We are out here on the bridge over the Greenwater River just downstream from the cabin. And as you can see, the salmon have arrived. They are just trickling through for now, but it's expected to be a pretty big fish year around here. Oh, there's Gabby. What are you doing? Look how cute you are. Okay, so in years past, the fish pile up like cordwood along the edge of the river when they die off. There's really nothing out here eating them. The stink is overwhelming. The dogs roll in them. Gabby has yet to roll in dead fish. This is going to be her first year with a lot of them out here, so we're going to see how good a girl she can be. She's back. So anyway, one of the things I wanted to tell you about the fish is that we don't really have any bears here, which is weird because when they capture bears down below, they bring them up here to release them. Now if you go down the river a little ways, you go upriver a little ways, there are bears, but right here there are no bears. And this last November, after I saw the big guy that was chasing the elk just up the hill up here, a few weeks later, the man from the BFRO was here, and he was checking things out. We walked the same path that the big one walked, and there was some bones laying there, fresh bones. They still had meat on them, so it looked like something had been gnawing on them. Ooh, there's that big red one again. But something had been gnawing on them, and he collected them, and he emailed me back and told me that they were from the foot of a bear. So I think maybe part of the reason that we don't have any bears here eating all these fish is because the Bigfoots are eating the bears. Now, there's something else about the fish that I want to tell you about. Monday was Labor Day. Monday night, activity really skyrocketed. So I'm thinking the Bigfoots were down here looking for some fish. Now, the first sounds I heard from in the cabin is just right through the trees over here. The first sounds came from this side of the river right over here, just right by the water's edge. And it sounded like a young one that was maybe calling for its mother. At first it didn't sound birdish at all, and then it became a little more owl-like, and then it got one of the really weird responses. Now that kind of went off and on for most of the night. Then last night, about midnight, it started up again, and this time it was right up in this direction, and I walked out here and it immediately stopped. So I went back in and listened for a while, and everything was quiet, so I turned the light off and tried to go to sleep, and as soon as I did, it started up again. This time it was back that way, behind the cabin in that direction. And of course I went out and listened for a few minutes and it stopped. So I went back in, tried to go back to sleep again, and then it started up, and this time it was back out over on this side of the river again. But I was hearing rocks crashing out here, sticks breaking. All kinds of stuff was going on. Unfortunately, the only time the camera was on when I heard the rocks crashing, it didn't pick it up. I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to keep working on it. So anyway, I've put together a little video of the highlights from the last few nights. There's just too many sounds to put them all into one video. So I'm just going to give you the best of it, and hope you enjoy it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, here we are again.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Why don't you tell us about what happened?
Well, I was actually I usually go on that trail that you are on usually, and I'm down here in the lower part of Greenwater, which is next to the White River. So this is part of my property here, where I just finished building a fire pit. You know, setting out here Monday night, Labor Day, and as the night progressed into about 10 o'clock, 10:30ish, around about 10:30, it started, and I've heard this before, but I heard other sounds. and in the direction where I'm pointing the stick, which is out toward the woods, and this is a very deep wooded area along the White River, I heard not an owl sound, but a whooping sound. So it's a whoop, something along that lines. I can't do that very well. But I heard it several times, and it was very deep, like the owl sounds I heard in the past. But it's very deep, and it was certainly coming from maybe less than a quarter of a mile, or possibly an eighth of a mile. I know it was fairly close in the woods, where I heard it while I was sitting. It whooped a couple times, then the owl sound started that we've heard before. The very deep imitated sounds that we've heard. So it would stop, and then I decided to get up without a flashlight, and actually I could kind of see barely where I was going down the road closer to the woods. And as I approached the woods, the whoop would start again, almost like a warning that someone was coming close to the woods.
Wow.
So, and then, and I heard other sounds, and even 5 o'clock in the morning, I was awoken because my RV's at a different location at the moment. But even then, I heard some sounds that woke me up about 5 o'clock in the morning. So there was a lot of activity noise-wise, or sounds-wise. And so I usually walk along the White River down the stretch woods, and I've noticed different things changing. The characteristic signs of what the Sasquatch has been known to do with the crossing of the woods between trees, and we're going to see a few of those out in the woods as we walk back there. So,
wow,
I haven't seen
cool.
one yet.
Oh, well, you will. It's going to happen. Wow. You know, that's what's even better about all this is that same night on the Greenwater River, which is
Monday night.
Yeah, Monday night, which is what, not even a quarter of a mile from
About
here.
a quarter of a mile from
Yeah, is where I was out there recording all the sounds and all the stuff going on in the river. There was rocks crashing, sticks breaking, and all kinds of strange sounds, and so you got to wonder how many of them are out here. You know, is there the little ones that live up the creek over there? Is there a whole nother family here on this side? Is it are they just going back and forth? Are they all excited because of the fish? You know,
it's very
are they?
Possible we are having the run of salmon coming back upstream.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm kind of thinking that a lot of them run along the White River, and some do come into the Greenwater. I mean, the Green River. Is it the
Greenwater River?
Greenwater River. And I'm thinking that's one of the incentives, possibly that a group of them might be closer on this end of the White River because of the run. So interesting.
Yes.
I will be keeping my eyes peeled and ears and researching it further on this side. I know you live on the opposite side of Greenwater, and I'm on this side, which is kind of interesting because I'm hearing it over here.
Yeah, this is really cool. Okay, well, let's go check out the trail.
Okay.
All right.